Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. I'm Peter Rape, your man with no plan. Here with me, as always, to discuss the world of East Asian pop culture is Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
I am doing good. I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing good. A little tired still 2 days after coming back from South by Southwest. But I had a fun time, and we sat down for a talk with
we did.
with our buddy Patrick Flagger. You can check that out in the other video that I'll probably release at the same time as this. Check that out because we went into pretty nice detail about K-pop night out and Japan night and all that. But this time,
if you want to listen to that, you definitely go check that out. But this is going to be a nice, normal show. Hallyujuku. We're going to talk about all the goings-ons and the goings-ons with the goings-ons who are going on.
Yeah. And of course, like we do every regular episode, when we do actually record it, is we talk about what's new at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
We talk about what's new. Kaz, what's new with you?
So I took a little bit of the, because I knew we were going to talk about them, so I took a bit of the little K-pop night out swag, and I went out and I brought in a video from our boy Dean called Bonnie and Clyde, which is actually another relatively good song from Dean. Really well done. And you know what? I'll even give him credit to the video. I originally thought the video was a little too silly, too kind of out there on the fringe of artistic weird, but I think I'm coming around to it, and I kind of like it. And I think it's a little bit fun when you kind of you got to kind of sit and really watch it, right? Because it has this kind of mystery to it. But the song itself, I think, is really, really well done. Dean is just a good goddamn entertainer, man. The boy knows what he's doing. He's coming into his own, and he's out there working. Like as we talked about during the K-pop not out talk, he's trying to get some fucking work done, man. He's just a hard working dude right now.
Yeah. He's definitely he is bringing a sound that you're not really hearing in Korea. Definitely a lot more modern. It's almost funny to kind of just say he's ripping off Western music as it happens rather than 3 years later. Which is a little bit mean to say. He's not necessarily ripping it off. He's taking those influences from what's happening now in modern R&B and a little bit more of a modern feel. The current landscape and bringing it over to Korea and doing it really well. There's the fact that he does work with Western artists and Western producers and things like that. He is a fluent English speaker, and he has the history of having worked with artists from different countries. Something we didn't talk about on our talk segment. His I guess DJ or person playing the music for him was a rather large black man. Which was fascinating. So it must be, it's one of those things where if it translates through, and I think it does. It's done really well. I like it. It's cool. It has a cool feel to it. Yeah,
definitely it does. Yeah, I don't know. I think I liked him coming out, right? Normally, sometimes with some of these guys, we are kind of hit or miss. And then as we get more of them, they grow on us. I think Dean started out at this really good level for me where it was this is good. I want to see more. And as I've seen more, I just, even though some of it is an element of the stuff that I tend to not enjoy, he does it in a way that makes it somewhat enjoyable. And I think it's probably because there's not a lot of rap from himself mixed into it. And I tend to think sometimes that's what we're not super duper fans of, where these guys are really good singers and then they do kind of the auto-tuney thing or the weird thing, and you're just but I
J.
think
pretends he's a rapper.
All right, but I think I think here with Dean, we tend to accept it a little bit more, and it's done in a really relatively good way, is what I'll say.
He'll let Zico rap. He'll bring in Zico rap, which he does a really good job of delivering Zico's rap when they do it. When he does a live, the song he does with the pour up, he does a good job of delivering that rap really well. Which is, it's not the necessarily the hard part of being a rapper, or like the specifically thing that makes you a good rapper, but it does make for a great performance. Which is fantastic. I liked it. Speaking of dough, reaction dough, right there.
Reaction videos. All right. So my next song is from the boys, which I was surprised we haven't talked about this, but then I realized we haven't recorded in a little while. But it's from our boys, BAP. The boys are back. Fucking BAP. With Feel So Good, which, you know what, is a pop song. It definitely has that vibe. It is so fucking poppy. It's pop, but god damn it, it's BAP and they're back, and I'm just excited to be able to hear more BAP, and you should be too. So definitely go out, check this out. It's over on 1-K, easy to check out over there on the YouTubes. And like all I'm gonna keep saying every single time is they're back, and I'm so excited that BAP is back making music again, because BAP is just one of the groups that I enjoyed in just, I don't know, I just enjoyed the fuck out of BAP. They just look like they get to have, when they're together and they're doing the thing that they want to do, they look like they have so much fun with it, and they seem to all gel well together as a group. So I love that kind of stuff from Korean pop music, when you put guys and girls together who just seem to get along well together and are having fucking fun with this entertainment thing, like I feel like we get a lot of that from BAP. I feel like we get a lot of that from Shiny. Like just some of these groups that sometimes may not get the majority of the limelight, but when they do get the limelight, you're like, holy shit, this is really good, and I don't understand why this is better than maybe that. And I think it's because these guys enjoy being able to do the thing that they want to do, right? So you give them the chance to do that, and it feels so good. So
we get a lot of that from Mamamoo as well, where it's like they get along and have fun. I will say, what is in that dude's hair? It's like,
you know what? I wasn't going to talk about. I wasn't even going to bring it up. I was just going to let it be what it was.
It's like it's teal and orange and yellow, and
the video is very bright, so they put a bunch of bright colors in his hair. Hopefully, it's just a one-off thing.
They put all the dye in one spot. I think you're supposed to comb it through. I'm pretty certain you're supposed to like take a comb and like comb it through, and that dyes your hair. That's just me. I don't know. I'm not a
you know what? I'm not a hairstylist. I am a photographer, and I probably would have questioned it if I was like behind the camera. But you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah. That being said, last but not least.
Yeah. All right. So my last song is by our girl Jimin from AOA.
The motherfucking top man.
Her doing her thing. Yeah. With a song title that I'm already mad at, called "Call Me Bae," "Call You Bae." I'm sorry.
Yaha Go Shipa.
And it's cutesy. It is very, very cutesy.
It's an emoji murder. It's an emoji horror show. Where these people's lives are run by living emoji.
It's so excuse me. It's so like modern, but at the same time like old school fucking 90s let me tell you a story rap. Like that is just weird, but I don't know. I thought it was fun enough to mention, and
like it was fun. I like that
it's fun. It
shows Jimin's great personality. Like it's like her. I love that she's the persistent pursuer. like that, and she's just like, "Yo, like I'm not this little child. Just let's holler. Wanna go eat some chicken feet? Want to go out some chicken feet? Want to go up, get some food? Want to go come up hang out? I will give them the credit. The English the title is dumb, but Yaha Goshipo is actually clever. Like it's odd, confusing, but it's just I want to use ya, or at least I want to be more informal with the speech and just say it like that. It's fun, but it's cute. It's weird, and Schumann still I can't help but think of Moonbyul when I see Schumann, just like I can't help but think of Schumann when I see Moonbyul, the Mamamoo. So there's that. I want to see this video with Moonbyul in his place. Because that would be interesting. That being said, it's cute. Yeah. So for my tracks, speaking of solo tracks from girl group members, mine was Hyomin with her comment from T-Ara with her anticipated song Sketch. This is I think to put it away, Asian Junkie had it right where he said that this is beyond sexy concept. This is just sex concept. Like this is just like it's just, especially if you watch like the 19+ version, because there is a 15+ version, basically the official version, so that they can get it on TV. And then there's the 19+ version.
So, all right, before we get into anything, right? I went in, and I normally don't watch the second version when you put two versions in there, but I was like, all right, let me see what the fuck the second version is, right? And I watched the first one, so I'm kind of skipping through the second one, and I'm like, it's the same fucking video. So then I'm like, all right, hold on, let me kick back a little bit. Then I was like, oh, there's some camera angles in here that are straight fucking like get your lotion out, boys, because like this is your chance right here right now. And I'm just like, what is this? I was like, all right, there is sexy concept, and then there's this is just softcore porn right now. You guys are shilling it out. You're trying to get you're trying to get some replays on this video right now. All right, I know what you're trying to do. Don't be slick. Don't you look at me like that. I know what you're trying to do.
Human is looking good. I like that I like that there's a lot of like her kind of enjoying it, her taking command quite a bit. It is like she's owning her sexuality. In all honesty, that's what really works in the video. But damn.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's bad in any way. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Like it's just fun. Like it's just wild how like yeah.
Yeah, and I would definitely say like I do. So like I enjoy when you kind of go up a level in concept wise. So you're like, all right, we're gonna do a more adult concept, right? And we're gonna kind of bring it up a little bit. And I love when everything matches that, right? So the song is very kind of adult concept. The video has a very adult concept, and then the choreography is very sexual and very very like enticing, you know what I'm saying? It's not just straight up K-pop like choreography, which sometimes you end up getting even though you're still doing sexy concept, and you're like, why are they doing kind of shy fucking like choreography when it's like supposed to be sexy concept? So I will say this is definitely very well thought out and everything kind of works good. I like the song. I enjoyed the video. I even somewhat enjoyed the sexy concept. Some of those camera angles, though, man. Some of those camera angles.
Yeah.
You're doing too much.
Yeah. But Hyomin is looking good.
Yeah.
And apparently it's completely flopping in Korea. But you know what? It's going to make money in China. Mm-hmm. And that's all that matters. There's a Chinese version on the album. Just to point out.
That's all you need, baby. That's all you need.
T-Ara. There's the hot new C-pop group. They are the top tier C-pop group that just happens to be based in Korea. But yeah, moving on to another thing. Moving on to another former Unpretty Rapstar contestant. We have Kitty B and her song "Doing Good" featuring Verbal Gent. Which
and actually featuring Verbal Gent.
Yes, and on the same set too.
Yeah,
they probably met this time. This song is really, really good. Like, it is really honest. It is really kind of like confident and cool. It like the subject matter is really interesting, kind of like is worth exploring. Like the song is basically Kitty B talking to someone who used to kind of devalue her, put down her worth, or make her feel, lesser person, and talking about how, I'm doing good now. Like I got out from under that and I'm doing good. Like, I'm cool. And I liked, it wasn't it's not a sad song. Like, oh, you did me wrong. It's like fuck you, I'm good. Like, she doesn't say that because it's she wants it played on the radio, but it's a confident song. It's a, like, I don't need a man. I'm going to be cheesy, but it's done really well, and Kitty B is a really good rapper. Like,
I definitely enjoyed it. Like, and knowing she was also kind of on this Unpretty Rapstar thing. Like, I'm kind of feeling the aftermath of Unpretty Rapstar more than the what was going on during Unpretty Rapstar. Like, I love how things are more trickling out with the aftermath, because during Unpretty Rapstar, I really felt like I think coming from Unpretty Rapstar 1 to Unpretty Rapstar 2, I just felt like it was so gimmicky and so weird, and I wish I didn't know that it existed. But then the crop of the actual artistry that we're getting after the dust has settled, getting that Yezi album that I bought twice because I was stupid. And I ain't even mad about it. That was on me. And getting to experience this Kitty B thing, like, which I thought was really good. I'm just like, holy shit, this aftermath after the dust has settled from this thing that I thought I wouldn't enjoyed, I am enjoying. Yeah. So
and I like
definitely happy.
I also like to think like there's the interpretation of it just being, talking shit at an ex-boyfriend who used to, beat you down, or she could also just be talking to the industry who used to devalue her as or female rappers in general. And now that, Unpretty Rapstar hit, and now there's a few of them girls that are, actually making some headway and making some success. Like, I'm doing good now. Like, you K-pop industry try to put me down. I don't know. It probably isn't, but like, if you kind of frame it that way, it does work, and it's kind of cool. So it's like a multifaceted thing.
Yeah. Also, like, when like, as these things kind of roll out, right, the more and more we're looking at this landscape that is being created, it is starting to come to this point where, and we have a fewer markers to hit than with Show Me the Money, right? Because right now, as it is kind of going, the Unpretty Rapstar experiment, to me, is producing more content, more actual what it's supposed to be about content than the aforementioned things that Show Me the Money has produced. Because I mean, you look at the landscape of Show Me the Money, right? And what have we gotten out of that? We got Vasco, right? Who didn't win, but we got Vasco out of that. We didn't really get anything from Bobby because he went back into the K-pop thing, right? So I don't really count that.
Yeah.
You go back even earlier, we get more stuff from earlier Show Me the Monies. But these last couple of things of Show Me the Money, there's been nothing shown from it, right? Because there's no kind of solo release from Songmino, right? Nobody else from that has really put out much that's establishing, you know, except for Vasco. Like Vasco and some of those other guys who are working together are only kind of putting out these kind of bits and pieces of things and stuff like that, and albums and stuff. But Unpretty Rapstar.
We'll have to see what happens with Basic. Now he's signed with Rainbow Bridge World with Mamamoo, so we'll start to see what he does there. Basic, but we haven't really seen a lot.
I mean, but you even think about that, right? Like, so Show Me the Money ends. I want to see Black Nut blow up as well, but Show Me the Money ends. Basic wins, right? We get a couple songs from Basic and Little Boy, right? Because that was the thing everybody wanted, right? They were like, "Oh shit, Basic and Little Boy are so good together." All right, so boom, here you go, you get that. And now we're still waiting for this thing that is going to represent Basic after Show Me the Money, whereas Unpretty Rapstar happens. Yezi is your like, all right, Yezi's the girl, right? And we get something from Yezi in that time period, you know, that is like.
Well, in all fairness, we haven't seen anything from Trudy, the winner.
Okay, so yeah,
which is funny because there was that Happy Together thing where on Happy Together, one of the hosts was like, "Oh, so you won that you won." There was Yezi. He was like, "Oh, Unpretty Rapstar, you won that, right?" It's like she had to like say like, "No, I didn't win that." Like, on Asian Jug is like, man, with that one sentence, they made Trudy irrelevant. Like, it's like, you won that, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you won that. I don't remember anybody else being being the winner.
Right.
It's like, but yeah. I mean, it's good to see things happen from. It's definitely like for all the grief that we gave Unpretty Rapstar, you got to think about the fact that before Unpretty Rapstar, how many female rappers were taken seriously?
Yeah,
one. Her name was Yumi Ray. I mean, and that's it.
I mean, but like even after Unpretty Rapstar 1, which we went into Unpretty Rapstar 1 with higher expectations, and then came out of it really disappointed. But then we came out of it with fucking Cheetah being amazing, right? Like, and we're like, holy shit, Cheetah's amazing, and she produced more shit that made her even better. And then 2. And I think it's just the show itself, right? Because it seems so pandering.
Yeah.
Just seems like you're being beaten over the head with this thing that you're just like, oh, fuck, man. Like, fuck, this is so devaluing.
Unmet wants to make a Western reality show so badly. Like, it's what it is. It's like, they want to make a Western reality show, a Western competition reality show. Like, it's because I'm Pretty Rapstar and like Show Me the Money. They're so, and like we've seen it with Who's Next as well, or not Who's Next, with No Mercy. How that show was like a, like every.
Because I mean that's something else. Like it's so funny because we keep going into the same. So fucking excited, right? Like we're like Show Me the Money. I was so excited, but then at the end of it, I realized I came away with nothing. Right? I didn't come away with a fucking Bobby album. I didn't come away with a fucking nothing. Right? Like I go into Unpretty Rapstar. I just feel like I was just straight fucking pandered to. I didn't feel like there was an actual competition there. I was just mad, walked away. Then Cheetah's like, hey, here's amazing music. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, yes, this is what I wanted. Going to Unpretty Rapstar 2, and I'm just straight up disappointed. I didn't even fucking watch after the first episode. And I'm like, all right, fuck you. Fuck this shit. And then they're just like, all right, here's all these amazing fucking talented girls that have come out of this now. And I'm like, you piece of shit. You got me. All right. You know, but yeah, the reality portion of these things are just, I don't know, they're leaving a bad taste in my mouth. So luckily, the product that is coming out after them is making me happy.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to more of that. Shifting gears though, we're going to finally, we're going to interject. I'm trying to interject a little more Japan, a little more of the Juku and Hallyujuku, because half of our logo is in Japanese, for goodness sake. We have finally the new track from our girls of Babymetal. Our girls and guys, because as far as I'm concerned, Babymetal is not just those three girls, it's that whole band. But Babymetal with Karate. And it is definitely more metal. And it is definitely visually a Babymetal video. It is really fun and really cool. Like, I really liked it. I don't know, what did you think, Kaz?
Oh no, I enjoyed the fuck out of it, dude. I enjoyed the goddamn fuck out of it. It is so fucking good. Like we have said before and before, like that Babymetal is just like, you know, performance to the max, right? Like it is definitely designed to be really good performance, but it's also really good musically, right? So it is such a good mix of this visualization and musicalization. I don't know. Like, so it's just really, really, really well crafted and really well thought out. And I love the fuck out of it, man.
Yeah. The video was cool. Like the music, the song was good. The choreography was good and interesting. It was well placed within the song. It was very, very metal. Like one of the things that on Agent Junkie's review that he said that like the only complaint you could lobby against it was that it was that like this, that, and the other thing, like maybe like the bad guys or like the duality and like those visuals were a little bit kind of corny, but like literally those are the kind of the corny visuals that you see in every like so many heavy metal videos. So the only complaint you can have is it's a heavy metal video. So which is like which you can't complain about. And like he even said it, like it's like, so there's so much out of it that's fantastic and fun. Like, and Sue Metal as a vocalist has grown so well. Like, she has grown and learned so much about being a front woman and a vocalist. Like they're definitely transitioning into being a really fantastic, legitimate heavy metal act. Like they've done that already. Like it's just something that. It was like such a easy transition. I'm glad they did it. Of not just being a novelty juxtaposition, but making it all work and fit. And yes, there's, for somebody uninitiated, there is a, you know, like, what is this? But once you kind of you feel it and you start watching it, you see how much it actually works together. Like it isn't out of place. It actually works as far as like the visuals, the presentation, and the music work really well. And got some chops. Like Sue Metal is fantastic.
I mean, I don't know. I look at it. It's this fucking full performance thing.
Yeah.
It's that's what it's designed to be, and very much like Femme in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like Femme is a full fucking performance, right? It's not just the music. It's not just the dancing. It's not just the choreography. It's not just the video. It's everything. It's well crafted. It's well thought out. And some people may not like it for that, but if you give it a chance, you're going to fucking enjoy it. And that's what happens with everybody with Babymetal. That's what happens with everybody with Femme as well. Like, you give it a fucking chance and you fucking enjoy it. There's no way you can't, you know? So I don't know. I fucking love it. I have fun with it.
The band is fantastic, and
yes, the band is goddamn amazing, man.
Yeah, and it's just a fantastic whole team of content creators, which is just great. So it's definitely worth checking out. We've talked about Babymetal at length here. I was talking about it on Record Breakers. There's not much else to say. It's just fantastic, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they're going to go on their world tour. Because I know it won't be near me, but because goddamn, I have to live on the tip of America's wang, and nobody's going to drive the van all the way down here and all the way up to play a fucking show down here. But yeah. Which is the reason why I might end up just moving to Atlanta or something. I don't know. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'll just move to Atlanta. They're in fiber. It's cheap to live there. I saw some apartments. There's some affordable apartments. Get myself a full-time job. So yeah, Babymetal. Last but not least, I want to throw in almost kind of in a similar sound, in a similar style, but I think I want to give them their credit for what they are. Bandmade. I'm not sure if I've talked about Bandmade before on the show. I may or may not.
I think we have.
We have.
Yeah.
If we have, then refer to that. If not, they're fantastic. They're really cool, like rock group, with heavy metal tinges that they play the instruments themselves. Yeah, and they are dressed as maids from a maid cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is it's an interesting kind of visual concept, but they actually jam and play really well. And they have a song called "Alone" that they released on Valentine's Day, which is I think good timing. But yeah, it's a cool song. Definitely worth checking out. I wanted to add a little bit more than just one song from Japan, and I definitely wanted to check this out. I don't know. Well, what did you think of the song?
I liked it. I definitely thought it was like interesting, like kind of fun and silly. So like, I don't know. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I had fun with it.
Yeah.
Like I do like Japanese rock. I just never take enough time to go explore it, you know?
Yeah. It's hard to
It's one of those things.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to start making
even though we have a show that's all about exploring.
Yeah. But it's hard.
We're just bad at it. Yeah.
We're just bad at it. We need to start.
I mean, it's hard when you start exploring and then you're already finding a bunch of stuff that you like, and then you're still trying to be in the process of finding more stuff that you like, you know?
Yeah.
Within the continuing medium, so it's just like, oh fuck, like, all right, so now I need to keep track of this. Now I need to keep track of this, and then I have to keep digging. You know, it's like the hardest part about this show. It's like, all right, I have to keep digging and try to find new stuff, and sometimes it makes it so that you're not keeping up with the stuff that you've already found that you really, really like, you know? So it just makes it a little bit of a difficult journey, because we've talked about before being fans of groups, but not really being able to embrace it because we spend so much time looking at all these other groups that exist.
Yeah. So, yeah. We're gonna try to do a little bit more. Bandmade is definitely one that I'm subscribed to their YouTube channel, so I would definitely keep track of their releases. And let me see if this this is a complete. Well, I think this is a complete music video. Yeah, this is a complete music video. So there's that.
A complete music video from Japan. What is this?
It's crazy. I know.
Those don't exist.
Just go ahead and check it out. It's worth kind of keeping track of. Yeah. Now that brings us to the end of what's new. We're going to transition over to our headlines. So join us over there. We got our headlines. I got my notes here. We have our headlines, ladies and gentlemen. We have our topical topics and things that are going on in the world of V-Station pop culture. No, I don't want to talk about that whole sponsored prostitution thing. We're just not going to talk about it. It's just, because whatever. We got better things to
Politely
talk
say,
about.
moving on. Yeah,
Moving
just
on.
move on.
Here's an article. Unfortunately, from all K-pop. Trigger warning. It's going to be an all K-pop article. Just throwing that out there. But it's the only one that I found. SM Entertainment collaborates with Emart to produce K-foods, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
SM Entertainment will be collaborating with Korean wholesale corporation Emart to bring us K-foods.
Okay.
SM Entertainment food sales branch Some Market has currently completed 14 unique products in the special collaboration with Emart. On March 3rd, the 14th completed Some X Emart collaboration products will hit 140 Emart locations in Korea. The first line of these creative new products include TVXQ truffle chocolates, Super Junior habanero ramen, TVXQ Super Junior and Girls' Generation popcorns. That's separate popcorns for each of them. EXO sparkling water, and more. A representative of Emart revealed that the collaboration aims to produce up to 40 different unique products by the end of the year and is also in the process of considering overseas marketing. I also included, apparently there's an actual market, there's an SM convenience store, quote unquote. And somebody finally toured and took pictures of. It's a very kind of fancy convenience store. You can see the CDs all up on the one wall. Like the books. There's a shiny. I actually want those little like statue things. That'd be really cool. Little collectibles. There's a spaceman. Don't know what that's there for. But you can see all the different popcorns. There's gourmet popcorn. You have EXO popcorn. You have red velvet popcorn.
Nice.
I wonder if it's actually red velvet.
That would be too. See, that would be on point, and I feel like they wouldn't be that on point.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably like bubblegum or something. Like it's red velvet popcorn.
Ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake flavored. Super Junior popcorn. FX popcorn. We have Girls' Generation popcorn right there. TVXQ, Shiny, Boa. We have sea salt seasoned laver, or Kim. Or is it Kim? No, it's like, Kim. The Kim and Kimchi. Both branded TVXQ and Shiny. Pollock Row, seasoned laver, spicy seasoned laver. We have EXO Sonchachang. I think Jajang Ramen, the black bean paste ramen or Jajang Ramen. With the sparkling water. The sparkly. We have the EXO. What is this? Crispy Kim snack. We have like all these different popcorns. We have Super Junior Super Bar. Don't know what a Super Junior Super Bar is, but
it's a Super Junior Super Bar.
We have Simpsons.
What's so hard to
about down here for some reason? We
have gotta show the full gamut.
Yeah. We have all kinds of different teas as well, like herbal tea, Serenity, Arroyo Chamomile, all branded SM.
Yes.
What do you think? What's your reaction? And when we go to Korea, how many of these things are we going to end up having to fly back home with?
I don't know. It depends on like it seems like this is one of those things that will like hopefully be one of the things you can get on Amazon because it'll be fun things to have, but I think it's a try before you buy, or a try before you ship through international customs.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to, like, this actual convenience store. Even when we do go, we'll definitely have to visit because this looks interesting, especially for me as somebody who's a fan of several SM groups. It's definitely fascinating. and a little peculiar. I don't get the spaceman yet. I don't remember what was the spaceman thing.
I don't know.
Well, we will be corrected by somebody.
Hopefully, yeah. Somebody let us know.
Yeah, somebody let us know what the spaceman thing. Other than like maybe Hitchhiker, like, but that doesn't look like Hitchhiker's outfit. Hitchhiker's is more like a hazmat suit.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That being said, yeah, SM making branded food, which is just wild. Speaking of, I don't know, SM feeding people or not feeding people. Chris and Luhan's lawsuit with SM Entertainment reveals they had 3 to 5% share of domestic profits. With as busy as each has been, as long as their sagas have dragged on, it's easy to forget that both Chris and Luhan are still involved in lawsuits against SM Entertainment. I'm about to cover this to the point because it's typical lawyer back and forth, blah blah blah. Third court date earlier, but during their third court date earlier today, the profit distribution numbers were brought up, and boy, were they ugly. The courts also the courts also questioned SM why the profit distribution between the company and the artist differed so vastly from domestic and overseas promotions. Probing, in the case of domestic promotions, profit distributions for the artists are fixed at around 3 to 5% of sales, while the net profits for songs are fixed at 10%. But distributions for overseas promotions are 50 to 60% of net profits. What's the reason for such a big difference? SM reportedly answered with, "We will look into it and submit our findings in writing."
Which means they're gonna fudge some motherfucking numbers, boy. They're gonna be like, "I really did get the best math people we have in here right now. Make these numbers make motherfucking sense." Like,
as I currently understand it, the 3 to 5% was to be split among the 12 members as well. So it's like 3 to 5 pennies on the dollar for 12 motherfuckers.
Ooh, you looking wrong. You looking wrong.
It's ridiculous. As most other companies reportedly much closer to 50 or 60% split. You see for overseas activities. Also, since a lot of EXO fans were wondering why SM Entertainment weren't utilizing the Chinese members in China more often, where they were making a name for themselves at the time, the gigantic gap in distribution sort of helps answer that question. Like, still didn't help answer that question because, like, there's still way more money in China. Like,
yeah,
be serious. But yeah. So we're not lawyers, neither is Asian Junkie, so we don't know what's legal or what's not. But
I don't know. Just straight up, those numbers sound wrong. You know, like just like if you're talking about you can get a like just the fact that let's take some basic math. All right, 3 to 5% of whatever profit that is for each individual member, that is almost relatively fine. 3 to 5% to be split among 12 people sounds dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like that automatically, without doing any actual math, just looking at that spread, when you talk about here's this percentage split among more people than that percentage can cover, over here's this percentage equally among all of you, you could kind of make that argument, right? Because if it was 3 to 5% for each member and then 10% for each member, then you're like, okay, you know what? I can almost want to be on your side a little bit, not fully because it's still fucked up.
Yeah,
but you can almost make a case there. But the way that the numbers are being presented at the moment, there's no case. You guys are fucking up.
Yeah, you done goofed.
Yeah,
you done. This some bullshit. Yeah, it's just ugly. Like the fact that. And you can see why they like, hey, we gonna bounce because there's money over here in China,
right?
And even with, like, let's say they are, like I said, even if they for domestically they had this sweet honey pot deal where they're screwing them royally, and they had less of a deal for overseas distribution. there's still way more money in China, especially for those artists. And if you had to split it further, okay, but you're still splitting a bigger pile of money. And less of that. You're still getting more money.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. It's one of those things where you realize it goes back to us, now being cynical K-pop fans, like shooting the shit with two jaded K-pop fans. Because at this point we've gotten to the stage where it's like this whole industry is run by idiots.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling it more and more. Like greedy motherfuckers, you greedy pieces of shit. Like, just stop.
Yeah,
stop. You're so greedy.
Yeah, it's like
not worth, man.
You could still be making money. There's still money.
Yeah.
There's the money. You have to split it. And if you get a really gigantic piece of pie and you have to cut it halfway. You take it like a smaller pie and you get a bigger piece of that pie. It's still better to get that gigantic piece, to get like half of that gigantic piece of pie. You're getting more pie though. Than like hogging that tiny pie. I don't know. I'm not making sense, but
no. You're making sense. You're making more sense than they are.
Yes. Making more sense than SM Entertainment is. So. All the power to Team Ludacris, Team Ludacris. Yeah, Luhan, Tao, and Chris. Luta Chris.
Oh my god,
that is the best. And shout outs, and I look forward to Lay's eventual escape.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Good luck, boys.
Fighting. Yeah, that brings us to the last little bit of a headline. American auditions for Show Me the Money 5 are so amazingly cringe. If you hadn't heard by now, we talked about Show Me the Money earlier, Show Me the Money 4. Yep. If you hadn't heard by now, Show Me the Money 5 actually held auditions in America this time around. And we all knew what that could only mean one thing. Amazingly tragic auditions for desperate wannabe rappers in Korea boos. Judging by the people in the following clips who auditioned, the assumptions certainly weren't wrong. Yeah. There was some characters. Places play these clips.
I don't even understand. Like, this is the thing we're talking about, right? You're making dramatity for nothing.
Like,
I don't know. It's just bad for no reason. Like,
yeah. Like, it's like K-pop fashion 101. It's like,
yeah, so bad. I can't even watch some of these. It's so bad, man. Like
this girl didn't even rap. She just like came up with the dumb hook.
Make it wiggle like Jello, mommy hello. Make it wiggle like Jello, wiggle like Jello, wiggle like Jello, mommy hello. Make it wiggle.
Like no, it's not your job to make the hook. You're on Show Me the Money. Yeah.
I mean, there will probably be a couple of good ones in there because there always is, but
I just found the video of the mommy hello, make it wiggle like Jello.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's that. Good shit. Thanks for ruining a show that could have been fun and creative. Fucking. I'm not so glad you exist now, you piece of shit.
Cringes intensifies.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh well, I think that's a way to kind of wrap it up.
Yep.
Damn it, Mnet. All right. That's it for another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. Kaz, can you handle it? Kaz, what do you got going on in the world?
Well, getting content corrected and together, trying to get this shit all straight. It's just like a lot of backlog issues that we had that we're trying to fix so we can move forward into the world. And I thank everybody for sticking with us as we make these transitions. We're going to make America great again. I can promise you that. So make sure you go out there and vote. We're here to do the things that you need done. We're looking into the issues that you people have talked about and brought up, and I'm so glad that you people came out tonight. And I just want to say, like, you are America. You people are what makes America, and I want to fight for each and every one of you. And here today, I will announce that I'm dropping out of the presidential election. And I want to thank all the people who have supported. Wait, no, wrong speech. Okay. No, but just, yeah, all the stuff we're trying to fix and get it better and good and do all that and make some new purchases to do some new things, which I've talked about before on some other programs. So look forward to that. Also look forward to episode 100 of Shooting the Shit with Two Nerdy Black Guys coming up pretty soon. That's going to be super fun. We're going to try to do some special things for that, as well as just look forward to more of this, and this, and that. Yeah.
That other thing. This, Hallyujuku. He's King Kaz. I'm PD Rave. The show's Hallyujuku. We're gonna keep doing the thing. Just look out for more stuff. Rebelli TV is the YouTube page. Twitch.tv/RebelliTV. Rebelli.net for listening to other shows.
Well, didn't I tell you? Don't you know?
Doing all the things. Subscribe, like, share. Check it all out.
Listen.
Until
most
next
of all, listen.
Hasta los vemos.
Straight, doctor. Give it to me straight, doctor. Why, I think you're crazy.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Like Jello, mommy hella, make it wiggle like Jello. Mommy hella, make it wiggle like Jello. Wiggle like Jello, wiggle like Jello. Mommy hella, make it wiggle.